That's just like we said with Sexy Red. She got all the young fuck bitches doing the shit. Cory got the old mediocre insecure niggas that's never going to be out their mother's basement, okay? Y'all all follow him. And a few of the Kevin Samuel niggas that had to go find a place to scatter to when they king died, okay? Y'all all support him. Go support him and shut the fuck up and stay over there. But don't be mad at us because we not supporting the shit that he's promoting, which is saying that a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old is a woman that you need to utilize her body because she's ready to be a mother. Like, we ain't going that far off the fucking hill.
Man, X. So what? Cory Holcomb.
Mm-hmm.
Cory Holcomb.
There's a video of him talking about a 5-year-old girl and calling her a whore.
Oh,
yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
Is there a video of Cory Holcomb talking about a 5-year-old girl calling her a whore?
Yeah. Yo. Put that in there. Here's the thing, and it's not. People know. I've said for years that Cory Holcomb is a piece of work. He is an insecure man who is not happy with where he is in his career. And sometimes people don't get where they need to get in their career and they deserve it. He's not one of those people. He's had every opportunity known to man. You was a shuck and jive nigga. You was everything. You played a pimp. You was on Black Jesus. You was out here doing all this shit. Yeah. You was on Wild 'N Out. You was all this shit. All these opportunities you had and you wind up here and this is all because of your court. You can't blame no women for that. Can't blame black women for that. All of that is you. 30 years later, 35 years later, you've been doing stand-up. You still running around here talking about bitches with stinky pussies. Never mind the fact that if every time you deal with a bitch and her pussy stink, it's got to be you, nigga. You fucking up bitches' pH balance. I've never seen a nigga complain so much about stinky pussy and not think 30 years later, maybe I'm the nigga that's making the pussy stink. Okay? So you're not even the nigga that can get bitches and you're still paying for abortions. I believe a man wants someone that's going to support female. A female that's going to support him and be there and be the woman to, like you are, female perspective. No. I'm just saying, no, I don't think it's female perspective. Like you're there for him, okay, supporting him, taking his shit and whatever he does and he takes your shit. That's the type of relationship I'm talking about. He can call you a bitch, a cunt, and you're not going to fucking jump on his ass.
Stop the presses. Hold on. Don't let me have to turn your mic off. I'm saying this, right? Hold on. Stop the presses.
All right.
This motherfucker, this Porsche is better than this motherfucker's car. Even though I want to drive his car too. I know I got a better thing that I know what he wants my shit. My shit's more valuable. He don't know that his shit's just as valuable, but I'm gonna treat him like it ain't.
Well, it sounds like you need to teach these men to have better self-esteem.
But if that was the case, who'd be stuck if guys finally figured it out?
We would.
Exactly.
So when Yamaneika goes hard on somebody, you can't just dismiss it as random outrage. There's history behind that energy. And this episode, she wasn't playing.
Never mind the fact, you're still doing material about paying for abortions. Never mind the fact that you get an abortion pill now for about $5.
Oh, what's this? This might be the 5-year-old.
I think this is it.
5-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Let me hear it. Turn that shit up.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out of her mouth. When they took it out of her mouth, that baby said, you know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I said, that's a whore.
Whore? Or it's a kid.
That's a little whore.
Who wanted soda?
And everybody would say, Cory, what are you talking about? Cory, you crazy. Get the fuck out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knees. She was like, I said, that's a whore. That's a little whore. It's just Cory Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
What do you think about that one? Oh, boy. That's cringy. Like, why are you staring that hard at a 5-year-old girl? To even notice it enough to even have the bit. Drinking.
Here's why.
That's extreme.
Here's why I come on here and I say some of the things that I say, right? Because what's dangerous about what he's doing, aside from the fact that obviously he is sexualizing a 5-year-old child, whether it is a little girl or a little boy, he is sexualizing a child. Not to mention the fact that we just watched a clip where he's already justifying at 14 years old that the child is ready to be a woman and a mother and all this other stuff. So that means 9 years from now, the little girl got to worry about him, but it sounds like she got to worry about him today at 5 years old. Mm-hmm. It's the way in which some of these guys are predators and they immediately try to blame the victim of their predatorization, right? Yeah. So you're looking at this little girl, and the way none of this stuff would have even come to my mind when I saw a 5-year-old, it's crazy, right? The way that came to your mind, and then you decided to go ahead and do some type of research, I guess. Then you're going to present this as some type of TED Talk, as if there's some type of urgency that we need to address little 5-year-old girls drinking Welch's grape juice. And first of all, never mind the fact that probably the man that picked her up was a father. Okay. Yeah. You're sexualizing this little girl, and it's because she is a whore. It's because she's ready to suck dick. She's ready to fucking suck and luck. And now you want to do a documentary on this little girl to find out so that you can prove that you're right. If you took this amount of energy and forethought and put it into your act, nigga, you might be funny.
Her criticism wasn't just moral outrage, it was professional. She laid out Cory's resume. Black Jesus, Wild 'N Out, action roles, opportunities most comics would kill for, decades in the game. And her central question was brutal. If you've had all those opportunities and you're still here 30 plus years later, recycling the same stinky pussy jokes, is that the industry's fault? Or is it you?
I mean, he's giving us a dissertation. He wants to do a documentary on a 5-year-old that he ran into that was drinking Welch's. Not a documentary on the state of black men in this current administration. Not any comedy that's talking about anything that's happened with this current administration. Mm-hmm. Not any comedy that's talking about what it's like to be a black man at his current age and time in a world that's slowly but surely leaving him behind because he refuses to get on board with the times. You're putting your hands on women. Everything out of your mouth is disparaging. And then put the video up of him with the Anton Daniels nigga. How long can y'all pull that up? So you're available to talk about little 5-year-old girls and be disrespectful to them. Never mind the fact you're not going to tell us who this little girl is, because I almost know that if you was close to the little girl like that, you know her father, and you know her father would come for you. Right? So now it's this phantom little black girl he done run into out of nowhere, right? But you're sitting there with a nigga telling you that you got a figurative dick in your mouth, and you're gonna sit there and run back and forth with him. But never once out of all the shit that the nigga said to you did you get to the point where you put your hands on him. But now we gotta believe that whatever this woman said that you mushed up, you saying you mushed her, you didn't punch her. We gotta believe that what she was saying was so atrocious that you couldn't prevent putting your hands on her. But a nigga sat right 2 feet, 2 inches away from you, told you was sucking the dick of all black America, and you just went into a screaming match, you and Carl Winslow. Could you get the video?
Carl Winslow.
Because, you know, niggas, when they go back to tell a story about how they fought somebody, it's always, I told the nigga this, I told the nigga that. And it was like, really? Because we all watch you nigga tell him nothing. Both of y'all was sitting there circling around like two little fat play school buddies talking about y'all about to fight. Beat it. Godfrey, we are talking about Cory Holcomb because Cory Holcomb is in the news. Unfortunately for him, he's not in the news because of his stand-up, right? He's in the news because of things that he has said out of his own mouth. Over here, right? We are here to give commentary about what's happening, right? We've talked about Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj. We are out here talking. So he's a part of that zeitgeist, right? Yep. Of us talking about shit. Now, because the things that he's talking about are very few people are on board unless they are a pedo. Very few people are on board with anything that he is saying, right? So I am allowed to come on here. I don't, and voice my opinion about somebody who, number one, has publicly said wild shit about me.
Really?
Yes, number one. Number two, is not a great person. And number three, is currently in the news. Again, not for a stand-up, for putting his hands on people and then having these damn back and forths, okay? So let's be very, very clear about that. Don't ever come right in there and talking about, Cory Holcomb needs no fucking grace. And that's not no mush. That's a punch.
That's a punch. But also...
Yeah, and I'm the one brother that swung. And I'm proud of that brother. And the rest of them niggas sitting around there looking like they had a damn carnival.
I think the guy who swung was a security guard at the club.
Okay. Don't be mad at us because we're not supporting the shit that he's promoting, which is saying that a 14-year-old and a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old is a woman that you need to utilize her body because she's ready to be a mother. Like, we ain't going that far off the fucking hill.
Right.
We're not gonna sit here and praise some nigga that's observing a 5-year-old girl and then calling her a whore. Mm-hmm. We're not doing that. It's too many fuck niggas y'all could be praising for that. Go get Michael Blackston. He out here. What I'm saying is, he's out here doing a caricature of some stereotypical Nigerian from 1988 that just made their way to Harlem, okay? If that's what he's doing, as long as he's not out here talking about 5-year-olds and out here putting his hands on women, I'm available for y'all to go over there and get the same reduced comedy that he's doing over there. We got a king for y'all, and it don't have to be Cory Holcomb.
Well, there it is. You heard it first. from Yamaneika Saunders.
I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. A lot of these niggas try to come in and say, oh, y'all this and y'all that. I am a black woman in this fucking business trying to do it. I've been in this business since I was 16 fucking years old. I'm 47. I done had niggas do all kinds of shit. I have earned my fucking stripes to be here, whether you know me or fucking not. I'm out here doing the work. I'm hitting the stages. I'm working on material. I'm thinking about shit. I'm changing up the act. I'm evolving with my shit. I'm not who I was 20-something years ago when I started fucking comedy, running around here talking about reduced bullshit. I am a 47-year-old black woman living in this world, and I think it's important for me to put that POV out and have something to say other than to sit there and tell y'all how many different ways I fuck and suck some niggas' dick.